How's it going, everyone? This is Jose coming back with another update. I just wanted to give you guys a recap of what's been going on the past 4 or 5 months of my schooling and my progress. The last time that I did a video was back in like month 4, going into month 5. I had just finished my English course, and then I started my Introduction to Film and Video course. When I did that, it moved pretty fast. My school actually shut down during the the pandemic thing. You know, they had to roll out all the classes, like everything from the students going to school on campus, everything got switched over to go online. So I'm just basically giving you guys an update of what I've been doing since this whole transition period. A lot of it's been mainly focused on school. A lot of my assignments, you know, they take up so much of my time that's all I really have time to do nowadays. So yeah, I did the Intro to Film course. It went pretty fast. It was just basically a recap of like the fundamentals of film, you know, and how to get started, and then they kind of teach you a little bit about the history. I had taken a course called History of Motion Pictures Arts, and it kind of ties in with like the silent era film, like back in the 1920s and stuff like that. And then after I completed that course, I went on to month 6, which was new media tools, or I'm sorry, not new media tools, it was script writing techniques. So I learned how to write my first script, and it was pretty cool. It was like one of the very first classes that I felt was challenging for me, but at the same time, I was able to show like my creative writing side. I wrote a script about something that reflected with me as a child growing up. The script was actually called The Musician's Son. My father is a musician, and I actually grew up around music and playing instruments. My dad always wanted me to play the violin as a kid, and I just didn't have the interest for it. So as I got older, I started playing the trumpet. Trumpet was something that really fascinated me when I was going to school, because I was able to do it on my own and not have to worry about my dad looking over my shoulder as I was doing it. But the script kind of ties in with that storyline with me growing up and my dad wanting to influence, you know, playing an instrument as a child, and then just kind of having to adapt to that structure, being a musician's son. So yeah, it was a pretty interesting story. I'm still working on it. It was only a 6 to 7 minute requirement, from what I remember. So each page is like supposed to be a minute long worth of script. So it was actually pretty interesting that I was able to type so many pages, but it came out pretty cool. I was really happy with the outcome. After I finished the script writing techniques course, I started new media tools, which is a basic fundamental class for learning the Creative Cloud, the Creative Suite, you know, learning how to use InDesign, Premiere Pro. You get to use Photoshop, Adobe Audition, and it's just like a mixture of a whole bunch of applications that you use as a creative, and being able to expand on your knowledge, and then just having that resource, you know, as you continue to grow as a creative. For me, I've been pretty accustomed to using like Premiere Pro and getting like Premiere Rush. I was actually a Final Cut user prior to using those applications, but when I switched over, it was like a pretty big transition, and then I just kind of adapted to the layout and being able to like stitch clips together and editing things all you know, side by side with all the clips in the timeline. So that was pretty cool. After the new media tools, I actually have the course here. I went into Intro to Post-Production. Intro to Post-Production was pretty cool because it was all editing. So I got to learn how to like sample all my clips and use like footage that I had already taken and kind of just throw it together on the timeline. And then there was a couple assignments that we had to do like audio for, which was like basically scoring a scene. Like they gave us an image, and then we use that image and then just kind of score it based on what we see. And then we use audio like from an actual library that the school gives us, and we're able to like put it together so that it makes sense, so that it ties in. Kind of like when you watch a feature film, you're watching movies based on, you're watching scenes based on what you're seeing, and then also you use the audio. They use the audio for the edit, and then just kind of enhance on the scene. So it's a pretty cool process. Like, I felt like an editor, and I felt like I was editing a feature film during that assignment. But yeah, that was like a pretty smooth transition. Now that class is done, and I just started my project and Portfolio 1 course, which kind of touches back on one of the classes that I did, which was the Intro to Film one. I did an assignment in that course where I was supposed to write like a 1-minute AV script based on what I wanted to do for this class, and basically choosing an assignment like how to set up. I chose how to set up a gimbal, which was something that I thought was fairly easy for me. So in 60 seconds, I can show you how to set up a gimbal and just get your camera rolling and then get it turned on. That way you can use it for the real world use. So yeah, that's my assignment that I'm doing for this class. And then the next one, it's composition and visual design, which I won't go into too much because I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing in that class. But I do have an announcement to make this month. I want to say it's going to be the 3rd or 4th week. I'm supposed to be receiving the final pieces of my project Launchbox, which is going to be my camera. The camera is a Sony FS5 Mark II. I don't really shoot with Sony cameras just because I'm not a Sony preferred user. I've used cameras like Canon, Nikon, Fujifilm, and then recently I just picked up this monster. Well, actually it was a Father's Day gift, but it's a Z-Cam S6. So it's a cinema camera with like a 35mm sensor on it, and which is basically what I'm getting from school. It's a Sony camera, so I'm going to be using a 35mm sensor on both of them. But this is probably going to be like my go-to for a little while, so I'll be shooting with the Z-Cam for a little while, and then kind of transitioning over to the Sony lineup. It's been a while. I did have a Sony camera at one point, but I'm not a Sony shooter. My brother is. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm going to see how that turns out, and hopefully I can show you guys some sample footage when I start doing projects for my class, if not my own personal projects. But yeah, I think that's it. I just basically wanted to give you guys an update and then show you guys a little bit of what I've been doing. I do have some new videos on my Instagram account. If you guys aren't already following me, follow me at Jose Perez Presents. You guys can check out some of the drone videos that I've just done. Me and my wife were just in Laguna Beach for her birthday, and then I did take my camera and I was able to get some footage while we were there, and I shot this art gallery video which I just finished yesterday, and I sent it over to the artist and hopefully he likes it. So yeah, stay on the lookout for a lot of the projects that I've been doing. Hopefully I can put some more stuff together for you guys to see, and I'll keep you guys updated. Sorry it took so long for me to do these videos, but it's been kind of tough, like with class and everything like that, and trying to balance like personal life and then figuring out when I'm gonna do these videos. I don't have like a schedule of when I'm putting out new content. It just happens as it comes along. So bear with me. I'm still creating. I appreciate your guys' support. Thank you to family and friends for watching all the time. You guys are awesome. Thank you to newcomers and people that just kind of message me on Instagram or on YouTube and say, hey, I found your page, or I found your YouTube channel on YouTube because of this video. So thank you guys for supporting, and thank you guys for stopping by the channel today. I hope you guys like this video. Again, this is just an update from my educational journey at Full Sail University. If you guys are interested in checking out the program, it's called Digital Cinematography, and it is a bachelor's degree program. It's 29 months long, so if you guys are interested in checking that out, go ahead and head over to fullsail.edu. Alright guys, I'll check you guys out on the next video, and if you guys like this video, subscribe. Thanks guys, see you on the next one.